Hello everybody. How you doing tonight? I hope the answer to that is satisfied. You've had a wonderful day, wonderful sleep, and you're feeling satisfied. Alrighty. So, welcome to Tracy Creating. I am Tracy, and throughout this video, you may be inspired, learn something new, or simply relax while you're watching. Okay. No. Sorry about that, just had to let the dog out. So, just pulling up the chat now, well, the video, so that I can see who comes in to say hello and if there are any questions in the chat box. So, looks like that's taking a moment. So, what I have here are 2 separate cups of leftover paints. And both of them contain, I think both of them contain silicone in them. So not all of the colours, but 1 or 2 of them. So we're going to, they're not something that I would like to keep and put into the bottle, because when I put things in the bottle, I prefer that they don't have silicone in them. And come on, still waiting for this to open up, sorry about that. And yeah, so this is, I have 2 8x10 canvases, so I'll pull you up a little bit higher so you can see. And so first, we'll go with this one. This one's been around the longest. So this has got greens and gold and yellow. So we'll see what kind of beautiful painting we can create using up these leftover paints. So also try and think, when it comes to leftover paints, what kind of technique would you like to do with it? You can always try something new, which the benefit of using leftover paint is you're not remixing fresh paint or anything like that. So it is an opportunity to try something new. Okay, I can see the chat now, so welcome, come on in, say hello. Yeah, or you can just stick to your favorite techniques, and if you're more confident with that, and largely get, pretty great results with it. So for this one, I think I'd just like to do, maybe let's go with a flip and lip. So I'm going to move this blank canvas out of the way, because when I'm completed, once I've completed this one, I want to move it back so that I can do the other one here as well. Okay, let's move those in a little bit. All right, so this one, we'll do a flip and lip. So we'll start off with putting it on the canvas. I'm okay with all that spillage, because throughout the process, we're going to move it around anyway. So you can see some awesome reactions happening around there. Hey, Mandy, how was your day? Mine was exhilarating, exhausting, tiring, successful, so many things. Today was about the completion of a fundraiser, and yeah, so it was absolutely Amazing. Thank you very much. So I'm going to push this one over a little bit. So, and then pull it back, and then using the lip of the cup, just run like a S or an infinity or a sideways 8 on there. So let's see how that goes. There's a lot of paint, I know that. So there we go. Whoa, this is going to be stunning. This already looks to me, even though a lot of it went off the side, that's okay. Gorgeous. I love it so far. Wow. I love this section the most. So fingers crossed we can try and keep some of that as we tilt it. Just going to use some paint from the table to come over this corner here because there's only a tiny bit exposed. And there is a lot of paint on the canvas, so I don't have to be cautious with any of my tilting except for here because I want to keep that section. So for that, you completed one of your pieces with the wire. Oh, awesome. I'm going to share a photo of that. I'd love to see, but you know, it's okay if you don't. Or if you want to wait till they're all done. It sounds really exciting, Mandy. I look forward to seeing how it is. Okay, so let's come to this side first because it's got the furthest, yep, distance to go. Straight off. Wow. We're going to do this one first. Just push it over to that edge. There's a lot of paint, so a lot of it's got to come off either way. So now see if we can add some paint, which is very muddy now, what I'm scooping from the table. That's just to wet the canvas and hopefully create, oop, I lost it, never mind. Create that little bit of assistance while tilting. So I'm just going to go off this far corner again and back. There we go. So this, even working with the cells here, may be something that is a really great background for embellishing, which, I mean, many paintings are. It's just knowing what to embellish onto it. We'll show when it's dry. Oh, fingers crossed. I'm so excited for that. Also, that's pretty. Thank you. I think so too. I think the oranges and the greens, like they go against each other, which goes with each other. So I love it. I think it'll be great to work with. So I'm just going to use the torch. This one here is a chef's torch that I picked up from a specialty kitchen store. And it's refillable. So I've had this one for a long time, many years now. Okay. There is something here which I question. No, it's part of the paint. Trippy. All right, we'll come down, we'll have a quick look, and then we'll move it back and move on to the next one. So this was a flip and lip. So I think for the next one, we may do a wrecker ring or a swirl technique, one or the other. So I like the different, you know, some are supercells, some are more blended modelly kind of cells, like in that section here. Yeah, that's cool. I'm pretty stoked with that. It's a good leftover pour. Alright, let's pop that back, and then we'll be able to, there we go. So much paint. That's okay. And next 8x10 canvas. So this one, I think we'll do the swirl technique, and seeing on how I feel about it is whether or not I'll wreck it. So, g'day Doris. How are you? Do I make jewellery? I used to do some wire wrapping. I don't really make jewellery a lot with like skins or anything like that. I have kept some skins, but I always find that they build up and then I throw them out. So, but it's been a long time since I've done any wire wrapping. And I generally wrap around crystals. So, you're still waking up. Have a coffee. Awesome. Okay, so this one here has the phthalo blue, a tiny bit of the yellow ochre, magenta and viridian, and some titanium white. And there was some silicone in two of the colours. I think it was the viridian or the magenta and the phthalo blue. I tried it but found it too fiddly for my fat fingers. Oh, Mandy. I do enjoy it. It's good. Put something on in front of me and like a movie or something and just wrap while I watch. So, okay, so swirl technique with this one. So these paints are mostly Montmartre. I think they all are actually. And they've been mixed with my pouring medium mixture that I use, which is 10% Atelier pouring medium and 90% Flood Floetrol, the Australian Flood Floetrol. And once I mix those two together, I mix it at approximately equal parts with the paint and the mixture. So I'm going to stop there, because it looks like there's just a very large chunk of magenta in the bottom. So that looks pretty cool. Those are pretty colours together. Yeah, they are. And I did these when I did them separately. What did I do them on? Now I'm having a blank. So I think I will wreck it. So I have an old paintbrush here. So I generally use the back of them and just drag it through, always starting off the puddle of paint and ending off the puddle of paint. So you love Montmartre paints too. They are amazing. I think they're gorgeous. Alright, so there's my center. I would like to break that up. So I will go. I'm going to do it on a little bit of an angle for a little bit more disruption, hopefully. That way. A little bit. I pretty much quartered that, which I'm not happy with. So I might create a bit of another curve there. See how that goes. I think that looks pretty in the center too. So it looks very dark right now. I am concerned I'm going to have to be very careful about my tilting. I'm going to come down to this corner first. Just watching it. Use my finger and as a little bit of a corner catcher, side catcher, paint catcher. So come down here, do the same with this hand. A bit there. Drop that down at the sides. So this looks like I'm potentially going to lose a lot of the green, a lot of the viridian. Let's see. Coming back. Okay. Trying so hard to watch my drips. Oh, I did. Look, I dripped. Okay, last corner. Just let it come over and back. I do like the different shades of blue that are appearing in the stretched out cells. But there's not much of the actual recurring. I'm just going to bring it down to this corner because there's a large section of plain paint. There we go. So this one's turned out very dark. So we'll see how it goes when it dries. And I'll try my best to tidy up that canvas. Okay. Try and scrape those dots off. And replace it with some paint if need be. That one worked okay. Just wipe it off on the back of my hand. This one here. And use some of this drip off to hopefully create a nice little section that will drip down the side and help remove the blue random drip. And also over here, yeah. There we go. I think that went pretty well. So I'm happy with that. Just wipe that off. Let the stick dry and can reuse that. Okay. So there we have it. We've got 2 paintings there. They really like that one. Awesome. 2 paintings using up leftover paint because, you know, waste not, want not. If that's the right the right saying for that. And planning ahead to be able to move the canvases, that worked out pretty well, except for what might be good next time is sorting it out portrait and doing one, moving it over, doing the other. I may have a little bit of extra room, not sure. Something worth trying. Good save, well done. Thank you. I'm pretty happy with that myself. So it does look like there's a tiny little blue splash in there. There we go, gone. Okay, so I will quickly torch this and then we'll have a look. Come down and have a close up. Excuse me. Okay, we'll have the close up and we'll see, like, there are still bits of the Viridian which aren't, not picking them up very well, but you can see little highlights, lines. So, yes, puppy, hang on. Across. Got another cell over there. And a little bit in here. So that's nice. Hopefully, as it dries, it really helps it to come out. That would be awesome. I think there's something a little bit, these particular stretched out cells and the colouring and the lines created sort of with them, they remind me a little bit of whales. So we'll see how that goes. So there we go. Now, because my camera arm is really creaky, I am actually going to take you out of it, give you a quick look at both of them, and then we'll sign off for the night. And I mean a quick look because I will get shaky, and there's nothing worse than shakiness when you're trying to video. So, and watch as well. So yeah, a pot of whales. So you see it too? All right. And the magenta looks a bit like an octopus. That is so trippy. I love that. All right. So any more questions, please pop it down now, because I will do my very best not to shake, but no guarantee. So lift that up. Alrighty. So first one in. Let's see about trying to get the colour and focus right. So I love some of these lines. That looks pretty awesome. And like I mentioned before, oh sorry, I think I was covering the microphone. So like I said before, I do like the mixture of the modelly type cells in contrast with the solid cells, the really rounded ones or the misshapen ones. That's cute. That looks like a little poppy eyeballs with a little mouth going, oh. So, oh, and a skeleton skull underneath maybe. Oh, a duck. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing so many things. Yeah, that one. They've both made me really happy. So that's awesome. I really needed that at the end of the day. So now this one. Alright, there we go. So as I go around this one, please subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Leave a comment below for those watching the replay, or pop in and say hello before we sign off. And yeah, share it with others who might also appreciate it. You never know who may be inspired or learn something or relax while watching our videos. So it really doesn't like staying focused. Sorry about that. I love those little cells in there. See, in that blue section. That is awesome. So really stoked to what was I saying? 2 leftover acrylic paint balls. There we go, we'll leave it there. Awesome. Both are gorgeous. Thank you very much. 2 really lovely paws. Yeah. My pleasure. And you have a great night too, Mandy. So with that, I will sign off. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are awesome and I really appreciate you. And yeah, if you have to go anywhere, please take care. It is important because you are important. And from myself always, be kind, be creative, and be fabulous. Bye.